بس. grant us all a deep understanding. What wonderful days of Ramadan. These are the days of reconciliation. Make the most of this, and Allah will open your doors. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.